Sundays are fun days at Zamboni's on 7th Restaurant and Bar. They love hockey, they love St. Paul, and they love bingo. Their charitable gambling sponsors are St. Paul Capitals Youth Hockey, and they've partnered with them for Sunday bingo with great cash prizes, including a $1,000 coverall game. Take advantage of free street parking on Sundays and stop in for great food and drink, cash prizes, and of course, THC raffles during Zamboni's on 7th Wake and Bake and Smash Mouth Pizza Brunch Bingo Sundays. Come get it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sota Pod YouTube channel for yet another World Junior watch party, and we are in the quarterfinals. Sorry I wasn't able to cover more games today, but we are here for the final game of the day, and already one upset. Finland beating the Americans in overtime literally just moments ago. Canada has gone 13-1 against the Slovaks in World Junior play. But just a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, Canada did go to overtime with the Slovaks, and they hit the post a few times, as the broadcast was reminding us. And Connor Bedard, who was on that team, was able to get the go-ahead goal. But no Canada-US matchup here in this World Juniors in Minnesota. If Canada gets by the Slovaks, they will be playing the Czechs, which honestly is more fitting, given that like the Canadians probably want to get over the Czechs more than the US rivalry for them right now. As there's a few of them who literally said, I still have nightmares about that game. Good to see everybody. 19:22 on the clock. Really hard from home. I just think that's a Sota Pod setting. You can probably see them from my channel. Good to see you, Tanner. Good to see you. But yeah, hockey from it's just been a busy day, so I just didn't have a chance to get to Mariucci. But look at the crowd there. Not if, but when Canada beats the Slovaks. I will be going to the semi game on, Sunday. All right, the Slovaks come out now. Oh, good job by Canada denying the Slovaks entry on the blue line. Oh, big hit by Canada in the corner. Canada tried to go cross ice. Ford got it back. No one in the slot. (18-12). Slovaks try to get it up that left side. Canada picks their pocket back to the defenseman, and he's going to reset. Canada through center, but bumblefuck it. I mean, hockey from home, it doesn't look like there was an official update. You sure it's just not a glitch right now? 17:51. And here come the Slovaks through center. Oh, tried to swing their man on the right side, but Canada got there first. Oh, big cross ice pass, but doesn't actually reach their man. Canada battles the Slovak that got between the puck and the original forward, and Martone, good offensive play here, but good poke check. Interesting. And Slovak caught the goalie playing the puck there. Looked like Perek was out of position. Big hit at the blue line. Hey, Slovak returns the hit, and we're going to have a whistle. Oh, Braden Coots, his right shoulder. Uh-oh. Looks like you got tangled up on the boards. Trainer looking at him. The Canucks prospect. Out of every player on this team, he's the one guy I do not want to see injured. Okay, maybe YouTube is updating, and it's just a glitch right now, hockey from home. And Slovaks win the faceoff. But they lose it at the blue line, and Canada has it. Back-to-back, Perek, back to his defense partner. And Canada's going to fire it down deep in the zone, but it went over Marton's stick in Slovakia now with it. Canada gets it back in neutral zone. Misa can't get over the blue line, so Canada retreats. 9-3 Canada is your prediction. You know what? The games today, I mean, they haven't been incredibly high scoring. I mean, 6-2 Czech versus Swiss. Honestly, the Swiss played a lot better than I thought they would in this tournament, so credit to them. Germany beat the Danes, so the Danes are knocked out. Sweden beat Latvia 6-3, but again, Latvia, a really good tournament as well. Despite losing that one blowout game to Finland, overall they had a good tournament. And the United States, man, losing to Finland 4-3 in OT. Those games are always won by a single goal. I think it was the last 8 or 9 matchups between the United States and Finland in the World Juniors have been won by a goal. Damn. Of course, it's one goal, though. Oh, big hit by the Slovaks. Good to see you, Mateo. Locking it in. 9 of 11 now. Yeah, 9 of 11 now, which is insane. And it keeps going back and forth. You predicted 9 for Canada game, though, so I'm going to predict it until I get it right for the World Juniors. All right. 15-15. 5 minutes into this period and no goals yet for either of these teams. God, the Canada-Czech rematch is going to be absolutely insane. Knock on wood. The Czechs are playing physical here. My boy tried to bring us back in. Oh, centering pass and shot. Great save by Slovakia. So their goaltender plays for the Tri-City Americans in the WHL. Riker with 90 left had me dreaming. Dude. I like the first period, like kind of a slower pace. Like the second period and third period fucking just were so much fun. I was watching as I was working out and I was like getting distracted. But I love how like Finland and the States are like low-key rivals now, and Canada and the Czechs are, well, kind of rivals. The Czechs have just been stomping Canada the last few years, but I'm like, no, Clay, but only for the World Juniors. He predicts 4-2 Canucks until they actually do 4-2. After that, he changes the score. 420, Smoke maybe got him. Oh, another big hit by the Slovaks deep in the Canadian zone. Canada has the puck, but man, Canada 4 shots to nothing, but nice centering pass, and the tip goes right and wide for Canada. They're battling in the corner. Slovaks get it. You can definitely see the speed advantage. Canada is going to be quicker than most teams in this tournament. But the Slovaks, man, they're physical. The U.S. team this year was a mess in every phase. It happens. 14:03. And here come the Slovaks. Oh, big pass up through the neutral zone, but Canada intercepts that one. How do you feel about the Jets and the Canucks being the last in the Western Conference? I mean, Jets, whatever. I don't hate them, but I don't like necessarily care too much. Whatever gets the Canucks the first overall pick, Hockey from Home. Whatever gets the Canucks Gavin McKenna, I am okay with at this point. Let's get Pettersson the fuck out. I don't even care if it's for future considerations at this point. Although, actually, you know what? Keep him. He's helping this team lose. So, no, I take that back. Just keep him. Oh, and Canada throwing the body back here at that last play. I am way too tired. If I would have done a game earlier today, I would have said yes, and that would have been my workout, but I am beat. PD. The other dude's actually, hopefully, turns out. What's it, Marcus? Marcus or Linus? But yeah, whatever gets the Vancouver Canucks Gavin McKenna, Hockey from Home. So if the Canucks don't win another game throughout the whole season, sucks for Rossi, Ogren, and Zeev, but you know what? Fuck it. Working, and then Snuck in like a good hour and a half workout. I still have some work to do after this, but most of it's done, and I got a bunch of fucking cameras charging to be on site tomorrow. Oh, they're showing this goal by Finland. What a shot, too, man. What a shot. I would have spat out my coffee if I was drinking it at the time. All right, 13:30, and we are back. Slovaks win the face-off. Tried to spring their man up front, but behind the play. Battling in the corner. Slovaks with it. Let's see if they can get their first shot on net. Back to the blue line. Left side. Shot. And that shot goes high. They still have it in the corner. Canada forces it outside into the neutral zone. They're a good rival, the States and Finland. Like Matteo said, 9 out of the last 11 games have been decided by 1 goal. I predict Perek, Coots, or Ginla to score the first. They've been on fire this tournament, Hockey from Home. It's so crazy that in the Finland game, we saw Saku Koivu's kid, Olli Jokinen's kid, and then for Canada, we got Jerome McGinley's kid playing. For United States, a freaking Sean Horkoff's kid, like the next generation's here. Basically, sis, all the players that like 10 years ago were like in the league who I was like watching play, maybe like 10, 15 years ago, like all their kids are now like top guys. It's crazy that Iggy's been out of the league for almost 10 years now. Yes. Canada and Czech in the semifinals if they can win this one, guys. That'll be insane. And then Sweden, Finland, like, oh my God, dude. Yeah, I saw Ginla play even in Calgary before he was traded. Hockey from Home. I was living in Calgary. Oh, Canada with a huge hit at the blue line. And that's going to be interference as fuck, but I love it, boys. Oh, no, wait. Never mind. Because he touched the puck. I didn't even realize he touched the puck that came down. I didn't even think he had it, so I just thought he got bulldozered there, but all right. So he was catching the puck that went high, swatted it forward, so Canada was allowed to hit him. Hockey, I watched a Ginla play the Tampa Bay Lightning with the Calgary Flames in the Stanley Cup Finals in a movie theater in Prince George. Oh, Canada couldn't get that one through. Nice rebound. They get it back. Couldn't get the second shot off, but they're at the blue line. Right side, left circle, shot. That hits Slovak leg. Love the Slovak jersey, by the way. 11:25. Shot. And that goes wide, man. The Slovaks have had 2 opportunities. Neither of them have hit the net. I believe it was 06. It was either 04 or 06. "11 minutes. Canada behind their net. They sent up the right side, but that's intercepted by the Slovaks. And that's going to go up and out of play. "2004. Yep, 2004. I remember all my friends were rooting for the Flames, and I was like, I'm a Canucks fan. Like, I'm not going to root for the Flames. And I just loved all the play. I loved Marty St. Louis. He was on Tampa. Brad Richards. Vincent Lecavalier. That was a sick team. John Tortorella was coach. 10:52. Face off in the Canadian zone. Right side of the netminder. By the way, George isn't in this one. Yeah, I mean, Yeah. Dude, he's drafted. He was drafted in the first round, I believe, to Utah, and he plays for the Kelowna Rockets right now, and he's an absolute stud. Like, doesn't fight like his dad, but scores and is a big, skilled fucking body out there. And I think he's already as tall as his dad, so he's probably gonna be even taller. Dude, Olli Jokinen's kids playing in this tournament, Saku Koivu's kids playing in this tournament, Sean Horkoff's kids playing in this tournament. Oh, and Canada gets tripped up there. Nice low check by the Slovaks. Canada tried to send this back to the blue line, but can't. And here comes Slovakia up the left side. Slovakia, they have it in the corner. Nice job setting up their man in the slot, but they can't get it through. Nice little play by the Slovaks. Slovaks with a shot from the blue line. Here they come. That's 2 shots finally. They lodge this one down towards goal. That doesn't get through the bunch of bodies, and Canada sends it up center. They're going to dump it in as they go for a change. God, every time I see that Sleemans, man, I crave a honey brown. It's been like 4 years since I've had one. The Winter Classic is a bad game. Could care less about the NHL when the World Juniors are on right now. I'll start caring about the NHL again next week. Oh, big hit by the Slovaks. Nice hit up against the boards by Canada. Canada pushes their man to the ground. Puck underneath the Slovak player, and his teammates, when he digs it out, sends it to the blue line and shot. Nice save for Canada. Oh, he takes a little tumble. You can't do that. You touch the goalie and Canada's going to come after you, and they do. 0-0, but 14 hits for Florida. It's not even outside, is it? I saw it. It looks like shit. All right, and already Strakara and who's the Canadian player? Yeah, they're just going to take them both. Slovakia still yapping, and we're going to go to a TV timeout. They put this is so stupid. The Winter Classics, when HBO used to cover them, were so awesome. That Washington-Pittsburgh one in particular was amazing. Bruce Boudreau eating Haagen-Dazs at the mall was peak hockey entertainment. There was nothing better on this planet than that. You ain't fucking trying hard enough. Oh, I love Bruce. He's been covering this tournament on NHL Network. I've been tuning in a little bit to the American broadcast, but I'm sorry. It's just, it ain't fucking TSN. It ain't James Duffy and the boys. I know Bob McKenzie's still not there, but, or he's not there anymore, I should say. He's watching as a fan now, but, man. All right, TV timeout, like I said, guys. Yo, what's up, KQ? Good to see you. They raised the roof. There shouldn't be a roof. It's an outdoor game, hockey from home. It's an outdoor game. The Winter Classic should never feature any Southern team unless they're the visitor. Only do it in the shittiest, fucking coldest parts of North America. Minnesota, Winnipeg. Shit, fly the boys to Alaska. I don't care. Bruce was awesome. I loved him as the Capitals coach. I loved him as fucking Anaheim's coach. I loved him as fucking the Wild's coach, Canucks coach. Oh, it's Slovakia with a nice player. Here they come. But Canada just too quick. 9-14. At least Jets get this year's Heritage Classic. Again, I don't give a shit about any of those classics anymore. I only cared about the Winter Classic when HBO was covering it. 8:58 on the clock. Slovakia up through center. All right, this guy's fast. And nice shot as he comes up the left side, and Canada with a good glove save. Was that number 14? Let me take a look. Not not 14. It was either, or I think it was 13 anyways. Tobias Tomic. It was either Tomic or, oh no, there is Alex Misiak. Dude, he's fast. He's fast. There's another save by Canada. Did Bruce coach in Edmonton? I don't think he did. Oh, passing the slot and can't get it. Oh, Stadium Series is going to be good. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you meant, yeah, exactly. The Winter Classic. Edmonton, shoot, even Calgary, right? Most places in Canada, but like, shoot, man, you could even do one in Saskatchewan. Like, why not do it where the friggin' Rough Riders play? Or not Rough Riders, fucking... Wait, are they Rough Riders, right? Yeah, Saskatchewan Rough Riders. They have a 6 stadium. I know it's like 60,000 people, but they're not filling that shit up anyways for these goddamn games. Friggin' Buffalo. Buffalo's cold as hell. Oh, damn, that sucks. 8-18. Slovakia battling in the corner. Canada wasn't able to separate the man for the puck, and Slovakia holds the blue line. Right side, Slovakia. They just send it in around the boards. Dude, yeah, that was peak Bruce. Right when he got called up from Hershey, it's like he got called up and like developed as an NHL coach with all the guys. Mike Green, Carl Alsner, John Carlson. And then Ovin Semin came over from Russia, and it was like such a young powerhouse of a team. And Bruce was like, oh boy, we're not in friggin' Hershey anymore. Nice. Well, that's good. People actually showed up. Oh, McKenna's unable to get that pass, and he sends it back behind the boards. Slovaks, they hit the man at center. Right over the line, and Canada gets it back. Slovakia. They regain possession and go all the way back down to their zone, and Canada follows them. Great forecheck. Great pressure by Canada. Battling on the right side. Puck comes loose, but the Slovaks get it back, send it up the wall. Nice job bouncing it off the wall twice to their man in Canada. Still attacking. Then BBQ Bruce went to the Ducks and had a few good seasons. Yep. Yeah, that's what I said a few minutes ago. I loved him with the Caps, the Ducks, the Wild, the Canucks. Hey, cheers, Carlos. Good to see you, buddy. Much love. I never lived in Edmonton, but I lived in Calgary for a little bit. Drive up to Edmonton for some concerts and some fun every now and then. So cheers, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, Canada. Move the classes to the Arctic. Take it to like Switzerland or something. 6-12. Here comes Canada. Up the left side, over the blue line. Baudouin in front, slot shot, and that's going to go in every single time. Reshny with it. You are free with nobody on you in the slot. That's going in. That's going in. And Canada up by 1. Baudouin, man, he's at a hell of a tournament. And it wasn't even a one-timer. Oh, on the rebound, too. Look at that. You know what? Give credit where credit is due. The goalie made the initial save. It was right behind his pad, and Reshny right on it to put it home. Nice. I lived in Calgary for only 3 years, but it was when I was like literally 3 months after I graduated high school. So this was in 2011. I just packed up my shit, moved to Calgary. Got a pretty good job there and just like had fun for 3 years while my friends were having fun in college back home, or most of them. I went with a group of friends to Calgary. So I started college a little bit later than some of my friends who went right from high school. But I had a lot of fun in Calgary and had a really good job, and it was great. Love that city. One of the most underrated cities in Canada, if not the most. Like, everyone talks about the Montreals and the Torontos and the Vancouvers, and I get it, bro. I get it. Well, I don't get Toronto, but I get the other ones. Calgary's awesome. And Edmonton, you know, as soon as they freaking scrape the rust off the lamppost, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Go Flames, best city. I did graduate high school, Hog from home. I did graduate high school. Good to see everybody in the live chat, by the way. We will be live for one of the semifinal games. I'm going to be, if, again, knock on wood, Canada doesn't blow this. I don't want to jinx anything because the fucking Latvia beat Canada last year. And, oh, man, they gave us a sweat this year, too. But, oh, nice shot by Canada, top shelf. Oh, my God. And there he is, mini Iggy. Tisha Ginla, and there's Jerome in the audience. Tisha Ginla with the beautiful top shelf. Whoo, snipe show. What a shot, man. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh! Yeah, he's Jerome's kid. He's Jerome's kid. I hope someday he plays for the Flames. I hope someday he plays for the Flames. Who names their kid Tish? That's my question. What nationality is Ginla from? He's Canadian. Hogs from home. .518 face off at center. Me too, fam. Yeah, even though, like, throughout my time growing up, the Canucks absolutely trounced the Flames, I never hated the Flames because of it. If it was more competitive, I probably would have, like, not liked them, even though people were like, oh, they're the Canucks rival. I was like, when I grew up, there was no rivalry. It was pretty one-sided, with all due respect. But, like, the Canucks fucking suck now, so it all comes in waves. It all comes in waves. Hey. Yeah, I was there when they won the cup, and we had wicked fights with the Oilers. That's amazing. Lanny McDonald, such a legend. Bro, I would not name my kid Tish. I would name my kid Hockey and Isha. Well, I mean, I think Hockey and Isha are weirder names than Tish, to be perfectly honest. Who the fuck names their kid Isha? 5'10". Face off to the right of the Canadian netminder, and Canada wins this one, but they can't get it out of the zone. The puck goes up into the Canada bench, and we're going to have another face-off. Oh, yes. All right, another TV timeout, guys. Well, Canada up by 2, shots 5-9. Slovaks, just when they start settling into this game a little bit, starting to find their rhythm, starting to find their offense. Canada pounces. We don't even have any special teams yet. We had an offsetting minor, but that was about it for, you know, each of them. But that was about it. All right, I'm just going to share this on Twitter quickly, guys. Again, reminder, we post videos every single day on this channel, so subscribe if you haven't already. It's not just Minnesota Wild based, it's like NHL, hockey analytics, hockey prospects, a draft talk, a little bit of everything. Heavy Olympics coverage, and of course, World Junior coverage every single year. We do one NHL stream, minimum of one NHL stream every single week, and 2 out of our 4 podcasts are actually, we record them while streaming on YouTube, one every Monday and one every Wednesday. So join us for that as the holiday season is pretty much wrapped up, right? I mean, World Junior still lingers on a little bit, but the holiday season is pretty much wrapped up, and we're back to our normal podcast schedule. Slovaks win the face-off and didn't elect to shoot in the slot, which is interesting. And they lose the puck. Here comes Canada. Draw pass. Canada the circle. They just flick it over the Slovaks. Literally over the Slovak player. And Canada the shot. Left circle. Nice save. Canada able to hold it at the line. But that pass was off and that goes out. 4:33. Still at the blue line. Big shot. Long shot by Canada. Doesn't get through. Hits Canada. They knock it down. And the Czechs come away with it. They send it in the Canadian zone. In the corner. Nice reverse hit by the Slovaks. Able to keep possession. They try to find their man at center at the left circle, but Canada's there to intercept, and Slovaks try to dump it in. Canada regains possession. So we'll get back to the live chat in just one sec, guys. Here comes Misa at the line. Little backhand pass to nobody, though. Misa with it. Slot shot. Score! I don't know if that went under the left glove or between the legs, but Canada now up 3-0. Yes, as much as I can. I'll be traveling for work, but I'll be streaming in hotels and with freaking Elon Starlink, baby. See you later, Hog from Home. Next Wednesday. Hey, I mean, that's pretty Canadian to name your kid hockey. I mean, people name their kid friggin' River and shit like that, so naming your kid hockey wouldn't be that bad. I imagine you will. Oh, Canada, let's go Tabernacle. Oh, and the Slovak goalie's being pulled. 3 goals on 12 shots. This is an elimination game. You got to go with the next guy who hasn't won in the tournament. He's got a 90 save percentage. Not the worst. .347. Canada with the cross ice pass, but it's Slovaks who intercept that. They can't get it through the blue line. They dump it, but Canada gets it back. So Misa with it from Perek and McKenzie. That was 2023, Hog from Home. That was 2023. That's old school. That was 2 years ago, Hog from Home. High stick. We're going to have a face-off at center. 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. No, it was 2023, Hog from Home. I literally have the pinned comment. Someone was literally asking about it the other day. All right, face off. Canada with it in the corner. They send it back to the blue line. Shot, rebound, score! Statement first period. I mean, at this point, it'd be an absolute meltdown if they blow this lead. 4-0 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Cherry after John Cherry will be the name kids get. Let's go. I don't know if you see the bobblehead in the background. You got Don Cherry there in the background. Always in frame, baby. Can't have a hockey stream without grapes. It's Canada Hockey from Home. What do you think? Yo, what's up? One clash a day. Dude, it seems like 1 goal a minute here. Don't say that. Why would you even say something like that? Hey, what's up, Vince? Good to see you. Good to see you. Tough break for USA. Get this, Vince. 9 out of the last 11 times that the Finns and the Americans have played in the World Juniors, the games have been decided by 1 goal. And yet again. Hey, 2 years in a row is a pretty amazing showing for the States. Just like the Canadians the last couple years. Wasn't there a year. But they have some studs on that team. And on to the Olympics now, Vince. On to the Olympics now. Good to see you, by the way, brother. Hey, Vince, I got some whiskey. I got some whiskey with your name on it. So we gotta hang out soon. Catch up soon, my friend. I'll bring the kebabs, you bring the ribs, and I'll bring the whiskey. 2:30. And Canada trying to get it back in the corner in the Slovak zone, but they're able to get it out. Hockey, I don't watch the Maple Leafs. I hate the Maple Leafs more than anything on the planet. You couldn't pay me to watch the Maple Leafs unless I traveled back in time to go to the live game when they blew the lead in the shortened season against Boston. That's the only time I would ever choose to watch the Leafs. 1:57. We have a penalty on the Slovaks. And here, I watched a little bit of the Jets game. I worked last night, Hog from home. Oh, Canada backhand, can't get it in. Hence why my streaming schedule has been light this week. It's been a busy. The holidays just made things worse because I'm just behind on everything now. You decided to watch the Leafs Kane 2 years ago on the City Light Project. I don't think so. Moonshine for your Leafs are chokers. Yeah, I hate the Leafs more than I love my mother, so I am totally okay with the Leafs never winning anything ever again. No way. No way. All right, Canada on the power play. The game was going to shootout, and I give you commentary in the chat, though. Oh, okay, well, then I wasn't watching it. Oh, McKenna cross ice. Backdoor for Rushing, but he can't get it. Canada still with it, though. Sharp angle shot. Unable to get that through. Hage, top of the circle. Back to the blue line. Right side, Hage looking for somebody. He likes to shoot, and a nice pad save. Perek with some speed. Shot. That doesn't get through. Canada with it on the left side. Circle. Shot. Nice pad save. Goalie's dialed here. He understands the assignment. 48 seconds. Canada will start the second period up a man for 1 minute. For 30 to 40 seconds. If they don't score here. 35 seconds remaining. Canada top of the circle. Blue line. Unable to get that one-timer off of Perek. Just walking into the circle. Backhand. McKenna. Blocked. 23 seconds. Tired legs now for the Slovaks. Brady Martin to McKenna. McKenna. Hage couldn't get the one-timer. Back to McKenna. Oh, what a tic-tac-toe play. McKenna through the slot to Martin, and Martin with friggin' 17 seconds left. 12 seconds left. Puts this one home. 5-0 for the Canadians. I did not expect this one to be a blowout, ladies and gentlemen. I did not expect this one to be a blowout. Whew. What a pass by McKenna to hit Martin, man. I'm not getting my prediction right, guys. I predicted 9-4 Canada, in case you forget. Yeah, I hope your prediction doesn't come true, Canada, or doesn't come true, Hog from home, because then I have to watch Slovak score 4 goals. Damn. All right, well, 10 seconds left. It's going to be a tough sledding for the Slovaks here. They have quite the uphill battle. Down by 10 shots, down by 5 goals. These passes are crazy. This team's dialed for this quarterfinal game, and that's going to do it for the first period. And there's the Canadians in Mariucci. That's the thing. I really wanted to go to a game at Mariucci. But yeah, it just didn't work out today, unfortunately. But I am 100% going on Sunday, so I will not be streaming the Canadian game. I'll be streaming the finals and the bronze medal game though. I'm predicting a shutout by whoever's in goal as of now. Well, so only the Canadian goaltender. That's a weird prediction to make, Hockey from Home. I don't get the motivation behind that one. This isn't Canada's goal song, is it? Freaking TSN's been playing it a lot. I mean, the last time they had the super team was when they had that Hey Baby song, though, which we all got behind. All right. First intermission, guys. First intermission. Let's go over the stats here. Let's go over the box score. All right, 16-6 in shots for Canada. Took a little while for the Slovaks to get anything on net. And then once they started to kind of get into their offensive groove, Canada just opened up the floodgates with the goal, man. Slovakia's starter already got pulled. And yeah, just not looking good. Not looking good. Face-offs, 14-9 for Canada. And we'll go through who has all the goals for the Canadians. So Kolrechny opened up the scoring. Baudouin and Keaton. Verhoff with the assists. Then Tijagimla, assisted by Porter Marton. Michael Misa, assisted by Zane Parek and Ethan McKenzie. Then we had Sam O'Reilly, Carlos Carlson, and there was on the assist for that one. And then Brady Martin scores right at the end of the first period. Hage and McKenna with the beautiful assists on that one. So not really a lot to go over it from this first period other than Canada was getting shot upon shot upon shot off. Slovaks were starting to ease into this game offensively a little bit. And Canada, the floodgates, to score the first one, the floodgates open. I will say there's a notable speed difference between Canada and Slovakia, but Slovakia has been throwing the body around. Their one-on-one battles are actually pretty good. They were able to steal the puck from Canada and get in front of a lot of their passing lanes throughout that first period. So some good looks by the Slovaks, but yeah, not the underdogs, not the maybe dark horse team of this tournament that the Czechs are. Clearly not the same rival either, because the Czechs seem to always have Canada's number in the games that count. All right, so yeah, other games that are going on or that went down here today. It was a very busy day of games, ladies and gentlemen. Germany beat Denmark 8-4. Denmark is now going back down. They've been relegated, and Norway will be coming up next year. Sweden beat Latvia 6-3, which honestly was a pretty competitive game, especially in the opening two periods. Whereas Latvia, they just can hang. They can just hang. This one's hardly a blowout. Only winning by 3. I've been impressed with Latvia's goaltending and their defense the last couple years, and they proved that they belong in this tournament. They showed well against Canada. They showed well against Sweden. Yeah, they fumbled a little bit against the Finns, but the Finns are a good team. We'll get to them here in a moment. The Czechs beat Switzerland. Switzerland, another team that I'm always critical of Switzerland, saying that they can skate with the best of them. Like they're incredible skaters, and they have offense, but their defense and their goaltending is usually just not up to par. Throughout this tournament, honestly, they played good everywhere. So I really enjoyed watching the Swiss play. The Czechs, who I think are the second best team in this tournament. Yesterday, I said going in the quarterfinals, Sweden, Czechs, Canada, States, Finland is how based on what I saw so far, how I ranked the top teams. The Czechs have proved that they are contenders here again, despite having the Americans above the Finns in my rankings in my rundown, I guess, based on what I saw. Finland in overtime defeats the Americans 4-3. Again, the crazy stat is 9 out of the last 11 games that these two teams have played each other in World Junior competition have been decided by 1 goal. Yeah, sucks no Russia. I mean, we don't care that there's no Belarus in this tournament, but hopefully we get Russia back soon. All right. We're going to save Olympic roster talk for the second intermission because we have a new video to share with you guys. You know, I did say that we post videos every single day on this channel. And if I don't have a guest for intermission, whenever we do wild games, usually we can bring in a guest for at least one of the intermissions. But whenever we don't have a guest, I give a little teaser of what we have coming or have just posted on the channel. This one's relevant as well, as Hoppy and Z yesterday on a late week episode, a midweek episode of Judd's Buds, basically just went over the entire tournament up to this point and just some of their thoughts coming into the quarterfinals. Now, obviously, the quarterfinals are almost wrapped up here today, but I would say the video is still worth watching, as, you know, Z talking prospects is always of value. So I'm going to leave you guys with just a little bit of a teaser. I'll be back in a couple of minutes to bring in the second period. If you guys are new to the channel, we do live play-by-play commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat here. Keep the comments coming. I'll post the link to the full interview here as well. And then we'll be back in the second period for more coverage here in a moment. Canada leading 5-0 in what is playing out to be the only blowout game of the day. Is there a mercy rule? No. I've seen Canada put up 16 on Switzerland one year. By the way, David, come over to YouTube. Anybody who's on Facebook and or Twitter/X, come over to YouTube. That's the channel. That's the community that we're trying to build up the most. And we're trying to get to a goal of 3,000 subscribers on YouTube by the end of the World Junior Tournament. We got one more week. Okay, on the other side, second period action, ladies and gentlemen. Commentary, play-by-play, and interaction with you guys. In the meantime, check out this clip from the recent Judd's Buds episode and a full rundown on the world up until now. And the biggest question, can Sweden finally get it done in the big games? Back on the other side of the second period. Don't go anywhere.
Before we wrap,
all banger games. Every game is going to be a banger 100%. Game.
And you know what's funny to me, though? Like, there isn't a bad game here. I would argue that the most lopsided game is Sweden versus Latvia, which means Sweden will probably lose it, because that's like, it feels like that's how it always goes. It's like the most lopsided one is the one that ends up being the upset, right?
Yeah. Or it's just USA, like, if they pull it off.
USA gets fucked by this. They get the toughest matchup for a team that was a top 2. Like, Finland, God damn, that sucks.
Yeah. And I mean, again, like, Finland is just doing what they always do at this tournament, just a pain in the fucking ass to play. That game last time was great against Canada.
No, they played really well. And they've been spotty, though. Like, they've picked their spots. Like, they've either been really good or they've looked awful. And tell you what, they're not gonna have much for shots. That's just never gonna be their game.
Meat and potato, fucking like drag you into the mud. Neutral zone war.
The lineup here for everybody that's going to be watching, whether from home or going out to any of the games: 1 o'clock local time, Sweden versus Latvia. Then we've got 3:30, Czechia versus Switzerland, who they've actually surprised me in this tournament. I didn't expect much out of them, and they've played pretty well. This is a year where the two fighting for relegation are clearly the worst. And I got to ask you this, because my dad asked me and I actually didn't know the answer. If you are the relegated team, can you still get in next year? Can you win your way in, or are you just out of the conversation?
You're out next year.
You are for sure out next year. You cannot win your way in. Okay. Good to know. I did not know that. So then we've got the 5 o'clock game, which I love USA playing at 5. That's just great for me, especially taking my kid to the game. That worked out great. USA against Finland. What a brutal fucking slotting. And then the last game we've got at 7:30, Canada versus Slovakia. So looking at this whole field, like what excites you the most for these matchups tomorrow? Like what's the game that you're going to be glued to for X reason? And just break it down for me. How do you see this unfolding? What are the medal round matchups and who takes what medal?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously I'm going to be specifically glued to that USA Finland game just because I think it's going to be the best game overall, like most
on paper.
Again. Yeah, on paper. But I also, again, just because I have all the love of the world for Latvia and Sweden, so that's going to be another one that I'll be glued to the TV for that.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just so like overall big picture. What I'm most excited about is just like the fact that all of these matchups rock. Like I don't think there might be a blow up, who knows? But like this is like how this tournament's gone. All tournament, it's just been really good. The most competitive one we've had in a while. So that's exciting. Ultimately, again, I think Sweden wins. I'll take Czechia. I think USA pulls it off. It's going to be a fucking war. But weirdly, this USA team, because of the star, like it's just like the overall talent that they don't have from last year and years past. I think they're weirdly equipped to get in the mud against Finland. They can't take all these stupid penalties though. And they can't just like continue turning the fucking pucks over because that's the thing. It's like I feel like USA is ready to get in the mud and go to war, the neutral zone against Finland, like more so than they have in years past. But when I look at like what the goals they've given up and some of the bad decisions they made, like, oh wait, that's what Finland also capitalizes on. So it might be just the fucking war, and a few bad decisions could cost USA. And I think that Canada Slovakia game, like Slovakia's just got a bunch of guys that are really fun. And again, I think one of the youngest teams ever in this tournament. But I think that'll be like a really fun game. So I think obviously Canada takes it. I gotta pull up the fucking why am I?
So can I just say it'd be a lie to say I don't care, but we'll just say for sake of argument, I don't care whether it's like which one's the gold, silver, which one's bronze, not bronze, but I need the final slate of games to be USA, Sweden, and Canada, Czechia.
Yeah.
Because I think those make for the most fun matchups. Like I think I'm sure most people want to see Sweden, Canada because they're the two best teams, but like the battle, the hate, the snarl, and the way they match up against each other, I need both of those matchups to happen. So whether it's USA Sweden for gold or USA Sweden for bronze, I just like that would be the most fun outcome to watch.
Yes, 100%.
And it works out great that we are gonna get USA Canada regardless, unless one of them gets upset in the first round. But like you're getting that matchup no matter what. It won't be the gold medal game like everyone wants it to be. And to be honest, I don't care.
As long as they play, yeah.
I need USA, Sweden, and I need Czechia, Canada.
Because that Canada Czechia game was a fucking. I thought
Czechia was going to take it, and to be honest, that's my. I'll go bold. I think gold goes to Czechia, silver goes to Canada, bronze goes to US.
I love that.
That's my pick, and Sweden 4th place. Sad.
Damn it.
And I have I know there's bad blood between them and USA. Like I think Sweden is such a fun hockey nation. Like they're always fun to watch, but they can never get it done once we get into the bracket. And I do think, even though the score didn't show it, like Sweden and USA are way more even than that game represented. And if they get Cole Hudson back and there's just that much piss and vinegar from the back, like I think USA can handle the let's all be pieces of shit better than Sweden can.
Yeah, I think it's also it becomes different with that history. Like again, I had a feeling that USA Sweden game was gonna be pretty lopsided in Sweden's favor. I thought USA game was actually way more competitive than I anticipated.
And again, that first period, which is
it was so good. That was just so good. But I love the fact that Sweden, like Lucas Pedersen doing the celly and just doing all the save celebrations that fucking you like. It's so fucking good. I love them for it.
If you're gonna give it, you
it's
gotta
awesome.
take it. Like I respect
100%.
the hell out of Sweden in our barn being like, yeah, fuck you guys. Like,
Dude, when
we
Pedersen,
were beyond diabolical in Sweden. That like
it was like too much. I was like, all right,
too
fellas.
mean,
I
too
was
mean.
like, fellas, what are we doing? Like, this is crazy. Like blowing a kiss to the crowd. Were you insane? But yeah, I love it. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Not really on a limb because they're one of the favorite. I think Sweden's gonna finally do it.
So Sweden and USA are going to be the gold medal game. That's sick. Okay.
Give it to me. Yeah.
Here's the fun question that I hear people ask a lot, and I actually don't know the answer. Do you want silver or bronze?
I feel like you might want bronze.
Like,
you know,
go
like
out on a win, which is fun, but then it's also like you want to be in the championship game, but then you're sad and it's like ruined. Like, I don't know the answer because I feel like if you're a real competitor, you have to say silver because you want to be in that championship game, even though you fall short. But like, as far as like the fan perspective, if you are like promised that you're getting one or the other, like it's probably a more fun experience to get bronze.
Yeah,
like,
going out on a win. Like,
and I want to be clear. Still riding with my boys. USA can win this tournament. Coming in, if you just told me they were going to medal, I'd be like, fuck yeah, that's a win. Given like everything that they've lost and like what the roster construction is, and mostly just like not having a solidified goalie, I would be like, yep, awesome. Sign me up. That's great. Not having Plant, not having Hudson, big problems. I need Hudson back, and Plant doesn't sound like he's coming back.
Right. Yeah.
Which I didn't even see what happened to him, if I'm being honest. So,
yeah, I don't even remember the play because I remember he got popped like in the first or second game, but like he was fine after that. Like he was fine.
So yeah, I was shocked when I looked at the list. Sundays are fun days at Zamboni's on 7th Restaurant and Bar. They love hockey, they love St. Paul, and they love bingo. Their charitable gambling sponsors are St. Paul Capitals Youth Hockey, and they've partnered with them for Sunday bingo with great cash prizes, including a $1,000 coverall game. Take advantage of free street parking on Sundays and stop in for great food and drink, cash prizes, and of course, THC raffles during Zamboni's on 7th, Wake and Bake, and Smash Mouth Pizza Brunch Bingo Sundays. Come get it.
And we are back alive here on the SotaPod YouTube channel for the second period of the Canada-Slovakia quarterfinals game. And in a game that I did not think would be a blowout, is starting to look that way. Now, Canada up 5-0. Worst lead in hockey. A huge hill to climb for the Slovaks, man. A huge hill to climb for the Slovaks. Right before the break, we went over what went down here today. And look at that. Look at that. Another penalty here for the Slovaks. Yeah, that's just a lazy hooking call. Stick caught up in the midsection of Perek there. And yeah, going right back to the power plays, Canada. But yeah, so Denmark, they're relegated as Germany beat them 8-4, and they weren't able to collect a single point throughout this entire preliminary round. Sweden beat Latvia 6-3. Oh, and Canada not able to put away the backdoor play, and the Slovaks clear the zone. And number 23 for Slovakia, he's got some wheels on him as he gets all the way back to the Canada zone, trying to kill some time off the clock. The Czechs beat Switzerland 6-2. Switzerland eliminated as well, but another team that I think performed very, very well this year, blew my expectations out of the water, certainly. And then USA falls to Finland in overtime 4-3. Another one-goal game. Another one-goal deciding the game, I should say, for either the Americans or the Finns. Oh, Canada with a little give and go. They were unable to get that shot off in the slot. They try to force it back on the right side. Bouncing off the pad there. Yeah, so no USA-Canada game. No USA-Canada game. Ooh, yeah, look at that, man. Misa missing. Sorry, it was Martone. Martone not able to get that puck down. And he just doesn't get enough on it, and it hits the side of the net. Canada wins the faceoff, 18-33. Slovaks get in front of the lane, but unable to get this out. And again, if you want to watch the full video in which we shared a little clip of with Hoppy and Z talking about the preliminary round and just their thoughts on the tournament this year, a full video link is in the chat. And this is flipped back down to the Canadian zone. So far, good kill for the Slovaks and very good forecheck. Is that number 14 again? Him and 23 for the Slovaks have been easily the fastest player for the Slovaks. And a nice backhand opportunity. Backhand opportunity for Martone. And a beautiful, beautiful save by the Slovak goaltender. Unbelievable blocker save on a breakaway on the power play. Beautiful, beautiful backhand opportunity there, but an even better save. Looking better than Colorado does in their league right now. That's good, man. I want to see, for someone who has a rooting interest in the Wild, I'm all right with Colorado like losing a game. I mean, they don't do it. It doesn't seem like they can really do it this year. So, what's the score right now? Oh, can they get the rebound? Good save by Slovakia. This goalie, Lendak, he's dialed. I mean, he already got a goal. One goal scored against him, but yeah, let me just bring up the NHL scores. Seriously, man, when World Juniors is on, I just check out from the NHL for like the 2-3 weeks. All right, so Blues beat the Golden Knights. Rangers are up 3 on the Panthers. Canucks play Kraken, and Wild play the Ducks tonight. Oh, man, as much as I'd love to stream that game, too. 17-31. Canada at center. They send it back to their defenseman. $17-18. Yo, when's the friggin' Scotties start Clash of Day? It's got to be soon, eh? February 13th. Oh, she's coming. I never thought I'd be using Russian links to watch curling, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you live in the States. For those who don't know, the Americans and or Slovaks watching, curling is Canada's national tournament. So like all the top teams from the province representing the province. So I'm not sure if our friend is going to be, I think Brandor, he was on the BC team for a while, but some of our City Life crossovers may know who Brandor is. 16-56, and this puck's going to go up and out of play. And Canada saying it's a penalty. Took over 1.5 second round goals for the team. Maple syrup. Probably a good pick there. What's up, Danny, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, you're Janius. What's up, Janius? / Danny, bro. Good to see you. Good to see you. You see the interview with the Slovakians? They were real confident. I did. But you know what? Like, you got to play confident against Canada. I mean, or else you're just that friggin' Swiss goalie who's all exactly that. We try to fight against.
Exactly that.
Oh, and Lachenko with a chance there. And the Slovaks Get back fast with the defense and shot by Canada on the right side. Nothing made me turn my back on U.S. teams. Nothing. I just hope they're all right. I mean, they're eliminated, but they're all right. They're all right. They won 2 in a row. They're fine. They're fine. They'll be back strong next year. And Olympics is just around the corner, so you get another U.S. team to root for. Dude, the game you 1.5 goals for USA scored second period against today's eventually. Book's going to catch on. The books are just American and they don't watch this tournament. I swear the odds are probably way different in Canada. 15.55. Way is a stretch, but I'd imagine they're more realistic. Well, now that we're getting into the we're in the quarterfinals and semifinal games should tighten up a little bit. Although, friggin' the Czechs in Canada in their first game, what was it? Like a 7-5 game or 6-4, something like that? I have it up here. Actually, I can look. Puck force back in the Slovak zone. Canada with a good forecheck, but Slovakia. Oh, this is going to be icing waved off because it touched one of the Canadian stick. This is 7-5 Canada. 7-5 Canada. That game was crack cocaine. I am annoyed. I'm not annoyed, but I am sad that Denmark's gone because they were just the dirtiest freaking team in this tournament that I've ever seen. And Norway's not. Oh, Canada. Tisha Ginla on the breakaway, and he's unable to go. Looked like he tried to go under the left glove. Let's take a look at this breakaway. So bad change. No, okay. He faked going up and he tried to go 5-hole. Full depends is down 3 plus 950. It's worth a 5. It's worth a 5. They're playing. I hate to say that they're playing outdoors because they're not, but they're not playing at a normal rink. So it's just that one's just kind of a crapshoot. Oh, and Mies with a shot puck. Bro, the New York Rangers have been around way longer than Texas Rangers. You are not a real American if you don't know who the New York Rangers are. Speaking of Den, did you see a video of one of their players taking on the beat? No. I did see that one of the Latvian players had some funky warm-ups. $14.15. Original 16, bro. Oh, Canada picks their pocket. Literally the most patriotic jersey in the league. The school system has failed you guys here in America. You don't even know who the New York fucking Rangers are. That's crazy, bro. 13.53. Back of the blue line. Danford almost get his pocket picked, but he keeps it. Backhands it behind the net. Okay, I'll probably see it. Now that you've mentioned it, it's probably going to come up on Instagram. 13.35. Up the left side. Hey, if you got to go to the ice to protect that puck to not allow Canada to get to the blue line, you got to do it. But Canada gets it back. Oh, walks right into the slot, and that goes left and wide. $13.12 shot. And that goes right and high. Maybe there's a blocker on it. Isn't that the baseball team's mascot? I know Chuck Norris. I was traumatized as a kid seeing him fight Bruce Lee shirtless. Because bro looked like Chewbacca. And now, ironically, I do too. 12.36, and oh, what a tip opportunity for Slovakia. And that's the best save that Canada's had to make so far. Doesn't really get a piece of it, but it was a bouncing puck, and we're going to go to the first TV timeout of the period. Chuck Norris's Walker, Texas Ranger. I think I've only seen that movie once. Because my parents only had the freaking karate movies of his. Like, I've definitely seen it, but it was like in the 90s I probably saw it. Or like whenever it came out, early 2000s. I think that's like, I don't even think we had that on VHS. Dude, my parents are crazy. They saved all the VHSs. Like, there's like totes upon totes of those things. Shocked about USA out, short, tourney, anything can happen. I bet all good teams get quarterfinal nervous each year. Canada last year's can happen to everyone. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Finland's a good team. They like the Americans got one of the hardest draws. Like the Czechs, I mean, obviously I guess there's like pretty much no hard draws, but they got one of the harder draws. Like they would have obviously beat Latvia. They would have obviously beat Germany. They would obviously beat Switzerland. I say obviously, but they would have had, way better chances. Finland or Sweden would have been tough. Or Sweden would have been tough. And Finland was probably one of the toughest because Finland just play like a meat grinder type of game. And like I said, 9 out of the last 11 World Junior matchups between the United States and the Finns, all the games have been won from either side by 1 goal. So they're like tight games, right? No, well, then that's probably why. Probably seen 1 episode of it. $12-11. So way more into martial arts shit than cowboy shit. Although I did like the third Back to the Future. All right. So yeah, Ivan Kovic is in net for this one. And they were hinting at, if he wins this one, then having him go all the way. George kind of served his purpose. Although I thought George had a pretty good preliminary round. Dude, yeah, Chuck Norris is awesome. Hage comes up the left side. Shot. Nice stop for the Slovak goaltender. Hey, you know what? The coach was right putting him in, man. I know he let in one already, but he definitely looks more dialed. 1.5 goals for Canada, period 2, plus 145. Yeah, I'll bite. Hey, Canada didn't score theirs until the majority of their goals until the second half of the first period anyway. So, although the Slovaks down 5 goals are playing the best hockey that they played in this game so far. Canada with it. Left side. Shot. Doesn't get through. Nice defense. McKenna fighting in the corner. Martin able to get the puck back. Martin with it behind the net. Nice pass. Oh, little nifty backhand spinorama, but goalie read that. Shot. Left side hits the goal post. Ooh, what a pass to Brady Martin. And man, the hockey gods there gave Slovakia a break. I think they put it in 2 times. Look at this pass. This is insane. Oh my God. Who is he dating? Beyonce? $11 minutes. Face off to the right of the Slovak goaltender. And here comes the Slovaks. Takes away from McGinley up against the boards. That's crazy. 10:43. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, there's you can bet on the show Survivor, so like I imagine you can bet on anything. Canada Oh, great job entering zone. Slot shot. Oh my God. Top right. Top right. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. Beautiful goal. 6-0. 6-0. And it's a freaking beatdown at Mariucci right now, guys. It's a beatdown at Mariucci, and there ain't no Gophers in sight. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolute snipe. Again, I did not think this game was going to be a blowout. Canada cannot let it get to their heads going up against the Czechs. But the best part about going up against the Czechs is Canada already played them in the preliminary round, and that game was straight crack cocaine, like personified. It was absolutely insane. 7-5 game. Refs were out of their mind. It was wild. It was wild. Do we know more? Going to finish 9-2. Guess who's back? Oh my God, Canada up 6-0. Rangers are blowing the Winter Classic 3-0 Rangers. Wait, don't you mean the other team's blowing the Winter Classic? The Blues? Or sorry, Florida? Canada back in the Slovak zone. Corner. Loses it. Slovakia backhands it up the boards with Canada on his man. Back to the blue line. Canada unable to keep this puck in. Here we go. 2-on-1. Slovakia tried to find his man, but wouldn't have been able to find the forehand pass. Even better. Slovakia has blown the lead as well. Slovakia is not blowing the lead. They never had the lead, Hockey from Home. What are you talking about? Slovakia is 0 goals. They do not have the lead. They never had the lead. Never had the lead. Not once. Better now. Oh, Perek hits up his man at the top of the crease. Rebounding. Canada sends another one home. 7-0. 7-0. Could you imagine if I was there? You know, I always say this, though. I would rather go to a game, unless it's the finals, obviously. I'd rather go to a good hockey game and see my team win than go to a blowout win. I remember I went and saw Canada against the Czechs back in 2018, and we beat them like 7-1. And honestly, I remember the first period, and I remember meeting Bob McKenzie, but like the second and third period were kind of a blur because we just lit him up the whole time. There's not a mercy rule. I've seen like Canada beat some teams like Switzerland like 17-2. No, I think it was realistically it was 14-2 was the highest one. Start running the clock soon. I mean, at this point, like give George some reps in the third, right? Plus 160 over 1.5. Thank you, Sportsbooks. All right, going to TV timeout here. Honestly, there's been lots of money to be made this tournament. Greatest tournament in sports. It's the Winter Classic 3-0 Rangers. Why did you say Florida blew the lead? What are you talking about, Hockey from Home? You're the one who's saying teams are blowing the lead when they haven't scored. You don't make any sense, Hockey from Home. All right, can Canada score more goals against the Slovaks than Germany can score against the Danes? That is the question, Hog from Home. That is the question. Shots 30-6, man. Oh, this poor Slovak goalie. So the goalie who got pulled allowed 3 goals on 5 shots. So he only saved 5 shots. This goaltender coming in has saved 20. Well, he hasn't quite saved 25, but he's the one who's been in there for this onslaught. Over 2.5 goals for the team. Canada this period, minus 150. Yeah, I'll bite again.
Back here tonight to watch Canada and Slovakia. 5 elimination games in one day. Well done.
That is so awesome. They're showing this father and son who literally went to every single game today. That's so awesome. 9 minutes. I love that shit. That's like a high school hockey tournament, semifinals or finals, or semifinal day. You get all 4 games. In this case, they get 5, which is pretty cool. But they had to go back and forth. Dude, Kenny. That could have been us. Yes, Canada can make it 14-0. What's up, Kenny? Here comes Coots. Glad that his shoulder is okay. Good enough to get some reps out there. The Vancouver Canucks prospect, who's been having a tremendous tournament. Oh, Slovakia trying to get out of their zone, but they bumblefuck it. Okay, get the puck back. Cross ice pass. Nice job entering Canada's zone. I mean, they're playing for pride at this point. If they can score 1, that's a win in their books, I imagine. I mean, they're in 2 different cities, hockey from home. One's in St. Paul, one's in Minneapolis. They're not like incredibly far, but like they ain't walking distance, I'll tell you that much. I do like Mariucci, the way it's captured and shot for TV, though. So much more than the X. They should do a 10-story building and every floor do a game. Call it this. West Edmonton Mall has a couple rinks. Yeah, without traffic, hockey from home. Like, yeah. Okay. 7:30. What a game, am I right? What's up, Isaiah? Good to see you. Canada up 7-0. Hey, Happy New Year, Isaiah. Yeah, I've gone a few times. 7-10. I've even skated there, actually. And then there's I think there's a high school tournament. It is nothing like Minnesota's, but I think Minnesota actually comes and plays. And I think it's actually a summer tournament. Minnesota, I think, is the only American team that comes and plays in that tournament. So remember, I watched it one summer. Oh, Iginla on the breakaway. Iginla with the backhand. What a save. That's the second breakaway for Iginla. And that is the second time on the breakaway that the Slovak goalie has saved. Oh, has saved those shots/opportunities. And Iginla now, some words being thrown around. A little brouhaha behind the net. It's humongous big. He got a hat. Okay. My New Year, great, off to a good start. 2026 Ottawa's big win yesterday versus the Capitals. And now today, how about you? How's your New Year going? Hey, so far, so good, man. Some great World Junior hockey. Can't complain. I don't make resolutions, just goals, hockey from home. Oh, and Slovakia's taken the roughing penalty, man. God, I got to get some like Canadian beer for if they make the final. I'm scared for the Czech game, but oh, a little face wash there by Tomka. I got lots of goals, hockey from home. I got lots of goals. One is to get a little plug-in heater because it is fucking freezing. Despite me being a walking carpet, it is cold. It is cold in my office. Canada with it. 152. Oh, a little backdoor play. In the summer, it was perfect. Fall, quaint. Friggin' hovering around 10 degrees Fahrenheit? Nah, bro. I'm thinking about getting a blackout Bauer Tracer. What do you think? $6.13? Nope. My name ain't Adam, Alex. Parek. Hit McKenna. McKenna tried to spring his man on the other side, but that stick gets in the middle, and that puck goes up and out of play. Parek tried to go back to McKenna, but instead that goes into the slot. Look at what you've done. Look at what you've done. All right, Canada back on it. 51 seconds. Slovaks were able to send that back down to the Canadians, though, but Canada with a shot slot that goes left and wide. I feel like something fucked up is coming. Backhand, Martone sent it to nobody. And the Slovaks are going to send this. Oh, they don't get it back down the length of the ice. And here comes Canada, 2-on-1. Canada, back to Martone. Probably too many passes there. A little too fancy there, despite being, 7-0. Oh, Martone drops for Misa. Misa behind the net. Misa tried to flip it backhand. Misa back to the blue line. McKenzie. 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Shot from the top of the circle. What a save for Slovakia. The good news is if your name is Adam, you could go to it at a hospital or in an airport. Was less concerned from security guard. True. I don't know if it's my name that's the menacing part. I mean, maybe it is. It is fucked. Bro, it's actually Adam. Sorry for the shit talk, but his name is Adam. Is my okay. It's not a good meme, Mom. That meme was good because it was organic. 4 minutes kind of get me one more goal. I mean, TV timeout while they're still on the power play is a little diabolical, but they did it during a double minor. Or maybe the power play literally just ran out and they went to... Well, I'm glad you can make yourself laugh, Hockey from Home. I'm glad you can make yourself laugh. By the way, guys, smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the World Juniors. We have one more week of World Junior action. Oh, there you go. The U18's Women's World Championship begins January 10th. So there you go. I mean, at this point, do score predictions even matter? Originally, I thought Canada was going to win 5-2. My week has been an absolute shit show, Hockey from Home, but I mean, whenever you take a break for the holidays, shit's crazy getting back to work. Personally, I've never scored a power play goal because... Hey, yeah, fair enough. Your mom didn't raise you to be like Vladdy.
The right way. How much does that rub off on you and the rest of the team?
What's a rub off means?
How much do you learn from that?
Okay.
It's too good. And the Slovaks pressure the Canadians back into their zone. Big hit behind the play, but the refs, no whistle. I'm all right with that. Hockey predicted 9-4. Yep. The holiday season did fly by. Even last year felt a little bit longer. I don't know why. 3:58. Shot by Canada. Tried to set someone up with a tip, but Slovaks are there. Looks like some tired legs for Canada. Geez, you guys are going back to work and going back to school. Yeah. 3:40. Slovaks, blue line. 6'4" right shot defenseman. Shot. Canada can't get this one out. The Slovaks keep it in. Shot, rebound, missed. But Slovakia doing a good job keeping this in. Oh, what a hit. And the refs aren't going to call it. Looks like he got a high stick and shot by Slovakia. No way. After cross-checking a motherfucker. After cross-checking one of the Canadians in the face. Slovakia is going to snipe their first of the game. All right, let's take a look at the replay here on this. Okay, it wasn't quite a cross check. Hey, I don't mind that no call. I don't mind that no call down. And I would be saying that even if this was a 1-goal game. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Beautiful, beautiful shot. Nice. Damn goal for the Ops. Hockey from home is stoked because she just wants her 9-4 prediction to. Oh, and Lachenko missed with the right shot. Wow, the top person commenting. You haven't even donated. Yeah. Hockey from home will never donate to any of our streams. Damn. Yeah, well, my week's a lot better than hers. I don't know if you made that up or if your friend's just down in the dumps, but man. Yeah, my week's looking pretty good now. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. No 7-1. Damn. Well, fuck. I'll say this. My week's not bad. It's just busy. When I can't watch as much sports or stream as much as I want to, it just means it's a busy week. And oh, what a save from the diving goalie. But man, I hope. I don't even know what to say to that, sis. I don't even know what to say to that in response. I hope she has a better week. Yeah, rest in peace, Luca. Ooh. Yeah, Hage, good job getting down there. Yeah, you're only allowed to grieve for 1 day. $145. And icing call on Canada. I know. I've been commenting for so long. I'm not even third. You know what? Like the little crown and the hashtag number. I think it's just because you haven't been in the chat as long as the other two today. 138. Slovaks win the faceoff. Little momentum here by Slovakia, coming back in shots a little bit. 35-14. 129. See you later, Hockey from home. Canada tried to spring their man at center, but Slovakia with it up the left side. Slovakia, nice job with some space. Nice pass there. Shot. A falling goaltender. And Canada's clearing their crease. Slovakia's going to get a little chippy here. I mean, why not at this point? He just backs into friggin'. No, that's friggin' interference, man. That's goalie interference. He literally just backed into him. I mean, that's cheeky right there. Cheeky. Maybe he's trying to get out of. I don't know. I don't know what he was trying to do there. They're still going at it, Perek. The Flames are boring back then. Keeper is all they had, so don't blame going Tampa. My name's not Adam. Oh, they're both getting 2 minutes around sportsmanlike. I just loved Marty St. Louis and Le Cavalier. He's probably talking. Yeah, I don't think Isaiah. They didn't score. It was Isaiah. I have the live score up on screen, dude. Isaiah, look. I have it up on screen. I just think all my friends, a lot of my hockey friends in Canada, they're like, oh, well, you just have to root for the Canadian team if your team's out. I'm not like that. I bleed blue and green, you know. I'm Canucks fan till I die. But like, I am never rooting for Toronto. I'm never rooting for Edmonton. The only time I'll root for Montreal is if they're up against the Maple Leafs. I like Calgary. I like Ottawa. I like Calgary. I don't hate Ottawa. I don't hate Winnipeg. 59 seconds, and Canada takes the penalty here. Slovaks are gonna be on the power play for the first time this game. Oh, Isaiah, you don't want to see a crash out from Sis. Florida's the real Canada. Dude, half their team are friggin' Finns, or like a third of their teams are Finns, a third of their teams are Canadians. A third of their teams are Russian. Yep. Norway will be back. Norway will be the one replacing Denmark. I might have placed 20 on over 2.5 goals. I cashed and was behind for the second. All right, Isaiah, frig off, Leahy. 32 seconds. Now Isaiah's crashing out. Isaiah, you can come back in the chat once you've chilled out, buddy. 22 seconds. Oof. Still Providence though, nice. Love the Canadian pride, my friend, but these guys ain't attacking you. You're fine. You attacked my family. Oh! One-timer attempt by Slovakia there. And that is it for the second period. 7-1 lead. Yo, what's up, Steve? I'm late. Yeah, you missed a little bit. Canada with a healthy lead. All right, we'll go over what went down today, guys. We'll go over what went down all day. This is the 5th game. This has been one of the busiest days for the World Juniors thus far. And I was hoping to do at least 2 games here today, but glad I was able to sneak in this last one. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We do live play-by-play, commentary, reaction, and of course, live interaction with all you amazing folks in the live chat here. All right, quick update on this game. Good period, I will say, for Slovakia, all things considered. Canada did score 2, but their goaltender a lot better. Their goaltender in the first period, who they started with, let in 3 goals on 5 shots, and they yanked them. So obviously, more goals have been let in now, but the goaltender in relief has been so much better and has made some clutch saves as well. I mean, those 2 breakaway opportunities for Tisha Ginla, he made great saves on. But this game overall has been all Canada. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 players on Slovakia who have identified as like they can skate, they can shoot. They've settled into, I don't know if like now that they know they're probably going to lose, that they're just playing with house money and they seem a little bit more comfortable, but that's honestly how they're playing. They have not been able really to set up, or they weren't able really to set up in Canada's zone at all in the first period. And in this period, they actually had some chances. They actually had some plays that they set up, were able to move the puck a little bit, and they weren't just denied entry into Canada's zone at the blue line. 13 shots for Slovakia, 36 for Canada, 17-27 in the faceoffs for Canada. And I wish we had the hitting stats, but we don't. All right. Goal scorers. Second period, Jan Chovan scored the only goal for Slovakia. Literally, Tobias Tomic, like big hit on the Canadian player. And then Chovan got the puck and sniped that shot top corner. Before then, Cole Baudouin scored. Porter Marton scored and assists in this period. How many? 1 O'Reilly, 1 Perek, 1 Verhoff, and 1 Misa. So there you go. There you go. All right, let's get back to the comments here. Yeah, like I said, chill out. The old Canada Cups are the best. Yeah, Isaiah, put your time out because you're just like going after everyone in the chat. Like, we're all just chilling, dude. I was watching the Summer Classic and got bored. Yeah, dude. Ever since HBO hasn't been involved in filming like the sickest behind the scenes documentary, and B, since they've been taking the Winter Classic to freaking non-winter destinations, like I feel like if the NHL is going to still do the Winter Classic, you got to do it outside. Fuck the weather. Do it outside. The best Winter Classic is when they had the worst snowstorm. Like if it rains, that sucks. But like, let's be honest, you go to places where it ain't raining right now. You go to the Minnesotas. You go to the Buffaloes. You go to Winnipeg. You go to freaking Edmonton. Shit, man, you find some. You go to Lake Louise. I don't give a fuck. You go outside. You go somewhere that's guaranteed cold. And at worst, you're getting wind and friggin' snow. It's so stupid that they're like, they did a friggin' Heritage Classic in Vancouver once. And, a retractable roof in the fall, and they were scared of the rain. I was like, it's stupid. The Oilers used to train there. Wonder if Bubbles is allowed his tournament. I don't think so. Kenny has like 400 accounts. West End Mall is huge. Yup. Ricky? Yeah. I mean, Bubbles, the character, can be your GOAT. Just Mike Smith is a horrible human. Get Kokanee, dude. Kokanee, there's only a few bars in Minneapolis that have it on tap. And there's only 2 liquor stores that I've gone to that have it. My favorite was the 2014 Winter Classic. We're just looking at some replays. Oof, so many goals to go over. So many goals to go over. Bro, do you see the way Paramount has all the old UFCs? Very, very clean. Yeah. Are they going to get any of the other catalog or just UFC? I guess if UFC is going to continue Fight Pass, then they'll probably keep the Strike Force and that and like Pride and stuff on Fight Pass. All right. Here was the final goal, by the way. Here was the final goal where the Finns took it against the Americans. It was a beautiful goal. It was a beautiful goal. All right, let's look up some of the Olympic rosters right now, guys. I think the U.S. And Sweden announced their roster today. Dude, the U.S. roster is actually, I mean, I knew this team was going to be good. I mean, they're my favorite to win in the Olympics. I mean, obviously I'm rooting for Canada, and Canada can win every single year. I just think the Americans are pretty much as deep everywhere and deeper goaltending. Having said that, if Binnington Binnington did beat them before. We'll see if he can beat them again, literally last year. But Matthew Tkachuk, Austin Matthews, Thompson, Nelson, Eichel, Gensel, Brady Tkachuk, Larkin, Keller, Connor, Miller, Trocheck, and Boldy and Jack Hughes. I mean, what a forward group, man. What a forward group. Defense, Renski, McAvoy, Sanderson, Jones, Hughes, Slavin, Hannafin, Faber. Dude, like, what a defense, too. I mean, Jones, the only, I guess, one where I'd rather Faber and or Hannafin in there, but fucking Faber in there for Jones, and you got Hannafin and Jones as your extras. Holy shit. And then the goaltending, right? Swayman, Ottinger, Hellebuck. Insane. Like the fact that Demko didn't even get the call is insane, right? Insane, like the best way for the Americans, because like Demko's a damn good goaltender too. All right, where was Sweden's? Let's bring up. Oh, Sweden and Finland's dropped. All right. So Sweden, Jesper Bratt, Leo Carlson, Lucas Raymond, William Nylander, Elias Pettersson, Adrian Kempe, Philip Forsberg, Elias Lindholm, Gabriel Landeskog, Ricard Raquel, Holmberg, Zabinajad. Man, this is a fucking sick team too. Is it as good as Canada's or the Americans? No. But this is a tough team to play against. Then you go to the defense, Dahlin, Hedman, Forsling, Carlson, Anderson, Brodin, Oliver Ekman Larson, and Philip Broberg. And on the back end, Minnesota Wild own Philip Gustafsson, Jesper Wallstedt, and the former Canuck, Jacob Markstrom. I love the goaltending for Sweden. I love the goaltending. Where is friggin' Finland? Oh, excuse me. Arturi Lehkonen, love Lehkonen. He's one of the best just pure goal scorers. I'll get to you guys' comments here in a sec. Rupe Hintz, Hoppy's darling, and honestly, an amazing player. Mikko Rantanen, Kaapo Kakko. So Kaapo Kakko, Eli Tolvanen. Okay, not the most dominant NHL players, but they're in the NHL. Eric Haula, Oliver Kapanen, Mr. 9, Luos Darnian. Jesus Christ. Kiviranta. Then on defense, not the power punch offense from the Finns. Lindell, Heiskanen, Ristolainen, Mikkola, Oli Mato, oh God. Yoki Haru. Man, if you got Mata on your Olympic team, I know he's still in the NHL, but Saros, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, and Lankinen, though, their goaltending is awesome. All right, so there you go. Finland and Sweden. Yeah, so Marcus Johansson was left off the Sweden roster, which is unfortunate because he's had a hell of a season, man. A hell of a season. Took a pay cut, only making $800,000. Like he was like a $4.5 or $5 million player, right? And took a pay cut to stay with the Wild and just to stay in the NHL, to be honest. And is having one of his best seasons. I mean, that's just so NHL, right? 35 years of age. They did go with the younger group, but 39 games, 32 fucking points, man. Last year, he had 34 points in 72 games, which is fine. Like, he's a 30 to 40 point player, right? Like, in his early 20s, he put up career numbers, 44, 47, 46, 48, but he was getting better matchups on stacked Capitals teams, right? He's on pace for a career year. He should, I hope he gets like 60-some points. Some team will give him like a 2-year deal and he'll cash in. Canada's beating Slovakia. Yep. I had no idea that they were being given to us on Paramount. To be honest, you could watch any of those old events. It would be fun. Hell yeah, dude. Why is it Miller on the US? Miller is right. JT Miller. Probably for, I don't think he's on the roster based off just this season. I think Billy Guerin, he's a Billy Guerin type of guy. Jake Sanderson's having a solid year. It would be really fun to watch GSP win its first title one day. Watch him beat up old Matt Hughes. Yeah, I would love to do some like live streams where we just watch some old events. I think we did a WEC one, and we've definitely done a Pride FC one. Dude, it's flown by. Hey, what's up? Toronto sucks. Oh my God, you're my favorite account. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm new to the channel. What's going on here? Dude, I hate the Leafs more than I love my mother. So welcome to the channel. We're doing live play-by-play commentary, reaction, and of course live interaction with all the amazing folks in the live chat for these World Junior Games. But check out the channel. I'm the resident Canadian, but we're a Minnesota-based hockey channel. We cover everything in the world of hockey, from high school, college, junior, NHL prospects, draft. Obviously, a little bit of a Minnesota focus, but we have multiple creators and multiple podcasts under our umbrella. So this channel is a lot of just clips from our recorded podcast episodes. But if you want all the audio versions, just guys, and this is to everybody else who's listening, just look up the Sota Pod wherever you get your podcasts from, and you will find us there. But I stream on the Wildly Informed show every Wednesday, and then cover some NHL games, and obviously international games, and the World Juniors is the best fucking tournament in sports. And then some of the other creators on the channel will stream Monday, and then we post videos every day on the channel as well, covering the league and the sport. Any wonder you're freezing? You nothing on, dude. Wait, what? Any wonder you freezing? My name's not Adam. You nothing on, dude. I don't know what that means. What's your predictions for the third? I think Canada gets two more. Hey, cheers, buddy. I scrolled up in the comments. Who's Isaiah? I think he's just a younger viewer. But he's a passionate Ottawa Senators and Canada fan, so. Just got back from Colorado. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. How are you doing, brother? Canada will just burn it off in the third. Take it easy. Yeah, I think 2 goals. 2 goals, though they're going to be playing like probably the fourth and third line a lot. And what do you think? Do you think they put George in? Because I heard that they're going to go with this goaltender in, if you know, they're going to the semifinals. So like, I heard that they're going to go with this goaltender into the semis. So maybe they play George, give him an extent. I mean, they have a whole day off, but I don't know. We'll see. At this point, like, the Slovaks ain't coming back. So this period, we're talking about practice. Yeah, I agree. I think that we want 2 or more goals, then they'll just rest. But from that, I think they're playing a solid game. Does anyone else have anything to say other than the Leafs suck? I mean, there's not much to take away from this game. I mean, we've been doing commentary for it for over 2 hours now, other than like, it was evident off the puck drop that Slovakia was the slower team. There's like, I think it was number 14 and number 23 for Slovakia, who actually have matched Canada's speed. And right when Slovakia was starting to settle into the game is when Canada scored their first one, their second one, and then just the floodgates opened. They scored even in the final, 15 seconds. I think it was at like a 12-second mark to get that fifth one. And then the second period, despite Canada scoring, a few more, or 2 more to be exact, Slovakia really did have the better period, a better period than they had in the first period. Not the better period, clearly. Their goaltender, who their starter was pulled 5 shots, 3 goals. He was pulled. This guy, who has come in relief, has actually been pretty damn good. And I mean, 2 breakaway opportunities for Tejagindla. He stopped, and yeah, he's been solid. He's been solid. Can't say kept them in it by any means, but at least gave them enough confidence to be able to settle in offensively. And I mean, look at that. The Slovaks, I think, had like 3 or 4 shots going into the second period, and 13 now. At least making it a little bit of an entertaining game, because that's the thing with blowouts, right? We hit this point, it's like, all right, the game's over. We have a whole other third period. Homie, I think they need to put more ads on the NHL ice. There's too much white space these days, bro. We need to cover more of it with ads and logos. Do you know how many cities are going to be in the Olympics? Or sorry, how many countries are going to be in the Olympics? Oh, yes, countries. 0 counties. No, they know what they're coming in here. If the young viewers don't want to hear it, they can go. But no one's going to tell me Toronto sucks. Nobody's going to tell me not to say fuck the Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs. Team Canada's Maple Leafs. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go! 7-1 as we are welcome back by Mike Johnson, Gord Miller. Here for the third period. Yes, Olympics coming up. Let me bring it up here. I will say the IOC, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They put Canada and the United States into easy brackets because they want them to meet in the elimination rounds and or in the gold medal game. Poor Sweden, Finland, and Czechs, man. They got the hard brackets. That's the only excuse. There we go. My man. All right, third period is about to begin. Let me bring up the brackets here. Oh, come on. One sec, chat. Wait, Tomka got a game misconduct? That's crazy. All right, third period has started. $19.47. Bro, the kids these days on TikTok, they're swearing more than even I did working construction back in college. They're seeing more explicit shit than we ever could have imagined seeing in our youth. 1912, Slovaks at center. Oh my God, why is it so hard to find these fucking brackets now? Literally because the rosters were announced today. They go like friggin' page 4. Maybe groups. All right, sorry guys. 1843. Let's get back to the action here. I'm upset. Someone asked me, they wanted okay, finally, here it is. You can take a look for yourself here, and I'll read them in the next TV timeout. 1830 in Canada, able to hold the zone, and wow, Slovak ends up falling down trying to defend Canada. Canada back to the circle, and a shot by Luchenko. Rebounds, that goes back to the blue line. Canada sends it up the right side. Slovaks trying to get out of their zone, battling in front of the blue line, and this puck's going to go up and out of play. How do you feel about all the snubs with American and Canada? I think I have no issue with any of the ones for Canada, and I have no issue with any of the ones for the United States. Too many men on ice for Slovakia. Oh my God, that's not a good way to start the third. All right, so by the way, for the Olympics, Group A is Canada, Switzerland, Czechs, and France. So at least there's the Czechs in there. Group B, Finland, Sweden, Slovakia, Italy. So like Slovak, Sweden, Finland, good teams. Group C, dude, the Americans got dealt a fucking gift. Germany, Latvia, and Denmark. Get the fuck out of here. But again, Canada's group, Switzerland, Czechia, France. The Czechs are good. France and Switzerland, meh. Group B, Finland, Sweden, Slovakia are all good. Italy's meh. Like Group C, it's like Germany, Latvia, Denmark, bro. Germany's the best team out of those two. 1759. Canada with it on their power play. 140. Canada behind the net. Back to the blue line. Perek, right side. Back to Perek. Tried to spring their man on the back door, but he couldn't get it through. Canada holds the line. Oh, and good stick by Slovakia. And this puck's going to go down the length of the ice. $17-23. The thing, my thing here, Tanner, is if you have good snubs, it means your team is so good that you had to leave good like equally good players off the roster. I have no issue with that. I ain't the coach. I ain't the GM. The Americans and Canadians have an embarrassment of riches. Hold on, I'll bring up the article. I think there's like one player I was like, maybe he could have been on there, but 1706. And nice shot by Canada. Sorelli shocked you? He's a backup. Like he's an extra player though. Him and Horvat are extras, right? I'm stoked Horvat made it. Oh, and a shot at the blue line by Canada. I mean, could have Bedard made it over him? Sure. Is Bedard going to make the next Olympics? 100%. Oh, and a nice save by Canada. I'm surprised Binnington made it with how he has been playing in the NHL this year, but because he helped them win last year. I mean, how many more tough guys do you want, right? I have no issue with this team at all. I think the people who are complaining are out of their friggin' mind. I think the only player that should have been on that's not on is Mark Scheifele. Everybody else, I don't give a shit about them being left off. Not even a little bit. I'm not shedding a tear at all. The only one I think was snubbed. The only one that I think would actually be an additional asset to this team, and just perfect for how they're built is Mark Scheifele. Wilson's there. They don't need Bennett. There's no fighting. They don't need Bennett. Like as good as I'm not saying Bennett's a bad player. I'm just saying they don't need him there. They don't need him there. They have Tom Wilson. That's enough for Olympic hockey. If this was the Four Nations, it's a different story. And Draisaitl too. And again, like Robertson's a good player. Who are we taking off, you know? I know you aren't. I know you. I'm speaking on behalf of, I should say, just the loud pushback from Canadian fans. Like I said, the only one I was shocked that wasn't on was Scheifele. I'm so stoked they brought Celebrini. I'm so stoked Nick Suzuki's on there. It's just such a good mix, such a good mix. If anything, though, like I'm down to, I'd be down for Robertson over Mitch Marner personally. But again, I'm not the GM, and a lot of people are probably like, "Yo, you just hate Toronto. That's why you hate Mitch Marner." He ain't on Toronto anymore. I've never been a Mitch Marner guy. Out of all the superstars, I ain't picking him on my draft. I know. Well, aren't we seeing the Olympic athletes of Russia? Aren't they allowed to compete? I don't even know if the Olympic athletes of Russia are allowed to compete anymore. I don't really like how they introduced the players with the kids. I feel like they should have just done that actual players. It would have been more enticing to the fans. What do you mean? $15-11. Same. But yeah. It is it's still weird that Russia's not in these tournaments. 15-40. And Lachenko, he needs a change, so he dumps this one back in. 38 shots for Canada, 15 for the Slovaks. Canada dominating this one. It is a blowout. It has been a blowout since the second period. Yeah, and I know we say this about like Team Canada too. It's like you have an embarrassment of riches. I would say the general manager role means more or is harder probably for Canada than it is for any other team competing in the Olympics. Because a lot of America, like the United States this year, Billy Guerin had to make some choices, right? So definitely for the Americans this year, probably more work than in years past, but like for every other team minus Russia, you'd have to put in a lot of work too because you have the whole KHL to choose from, not to mention NHL guys too. Every other team, you're just bringing your best guys. You know what I mean? Like you're not building it too. Like Finland doesn't even have, I think, Finland has one guy who doesn't play in the NHL on the team, I think. No, they all play in the NHL. So there you go. But then you start going down and you're like, even the Czechs, like not everyone's going to be in the NHL. Germany, like we said, there's only two notables. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare has not played in the NHL for years, and he's playing for France. So, like, yeah. It's pretty easy once you're outside of Canada and Canada, States, and Russia, I'd say. So, having said all that, it's like, what's Canada's identity going to be? And I kind of like how it's a mix of skill and two-way guys. And as much as I love Sam Bennett, keep him for those 4 nations. They got Tom Wilson for the Olympics. And Drew Doughty will still play hard on the back end, too, for this tournament. And penalty on Martone for a slash. And the Slovaks are now going to go on the power play for the second time. And we're going to go to a TV timeout. I'm curious to see let's check it out. Did the Czech Olympics, did their roster get announced? No, they haven't officially announced theirs yet. But their projected roster. Yeah, look, like their first 3 guys on the projected roster, not even in the NHL. 2 of them in the KHL, 1 in Finland. Philip Hedl for the Canucks is even like healthy enough. Pasternak, Zaka, Camp, those will be and Hertl will be the top guys. On defense, Hronik, Jiricek, Spacek, and Gudas. Dostal, Vladar. I know their goaltending. I mean, these are projected, but their goaltending wouldn't be that bad. Wild score, Kaprizov from Eck and Hughes. Let's go, baby. We'll get back to Minnesota Wild streams after the World Junior Tournament. I promise, chat. If the UK is playing hockey, I think every other country will have a field day against them. Bro, the UK are way better than Italy and way better than France. There actually is a domestic UK league, and it's a good league. It's a good league. It's a lot like the Quebec League, the LNAH. It's a very, very fight-heavy league. But I would say it's like, the poor man's ECHL. So, like, yes, like the Canadas, the States, the Finlands, they're going to have a field day with all those teams, but, like, UK, they didn't win. France won. France won. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, France won, and they took Russia's spot. But I'm pretty sure the UK was right there as well in that play-in tournament. And they played in Olympics before and World Championship. I think the last Olympics, when they obviously didn't have NHL players, they held their own against like the Russians when they were like Olympic athletes and the Finns, who drew from their like domestic league and things like that. So hockey's growing there, which is cool. Gotta love it. There's a few people from Minnesota who didn't played high level high school and college and then like never made it to the NHL and who've gone over in as part of their like imports because they're allowed to a certain amount of imports that they can pay actually pretty well. And he's loving it. He's loving it. Well, there's a few of them, but I know one in particular who just absolutely loves playing out there. Now, it ain't the NHL, but still. 12:28. And the Slovaks, 44 seconds remaining on their power play, nearing the halfway point of this third period. No one's scoring yet here in the third. Canada dumps this one back down the length of the ice, played by the Slovak goalie. He makes the first pass. Slovakia, unable to set up. Canada picks their pocket. Canada gets it back. Oh, Slovakia able to keep this in, though. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the tournament. We're almost there. Oh, nice shot from the blue line. That doesn't get through. Top of the circle. Slot. Shot. That's deflected right and wide. Again, 20 shots with Slovaks, 38 for Canada. Slovaks just dug themselves too deep a hole in that first period. Because if they played like this and like in the second period, in the first, this game would be a lot closer. They just seemed so a step behind in the first, and Canada came out swinging and banging. Oh, it sucks that friggin' Rossi got placed on IR, by the way. But get healthy for next year. Canucks bottom out. McKenna, Rossi, the center issues. Trade Pettersson, the center issues are fixed, baby. Let's go. I can dream, right? I can dream. And they're going to take this face off again. And Finland and Sweden is going to be such a sick semifinal game, guys. Oh, my God. $11 minutes. Like, even if the Finns don't win, like, gold or bronze in this tournament, just beating the Swedes will cause freaking parties in the streets of Helsinki. 10 minutes. Good job by the Slovaks entering the Canadian zone on the left side. Shot, and Canada. Martone actually blocks that shot and shorthanded. He's coming in. Martone fakes the shot, tried to pass to the right side, just didn't hit his man, but Martone has it again. Looks for someone in the slot there, but the only person there's a Slovak, and 2-on-2. Slovakia brings it back into the Canadian zone. Canada, hard defense by McKenzie in the corner, looking for reinforcements here. Shots 40-20. And again, the Slovak goalie who came in relief from the starter has played pretty damn good, all things considered. Only let 4 in. He let 4 in, but still. Not 3-on-5 shots, I'll tell you that much. 9:57. Big hit by Canada. Canada with it behind the net. Pressure by the Slovaks. Canada up that left side. Canada over the blue line. Drop pass. McKenna tried to spring his man up front. No tip available. McKenna with it right wall. He sends it across. I shot at the top of the circle. Rebound. Unable to put it home. Good initial save from the Slovaks. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We'll be live for the semifinals again. I'm probably going to go to the Canadian game, but I will be live for the Finland-Sweden game. That's a high bar. Shot, and that doesn't get through traffic. 9 minutes. We are officially past the halfway point. Can the Slovaks put one more up? Oh my God. I saw that on Instagram. That has officially made the next membership stream highlights. And then I saved by Canada as there's a late push by the Slovaks. That is amazing. Oh my God. I love the edit too. The ref. So good. So good. It's way better because on Instagram, it was just on the like vertical. So it's so much better like this. Thank you for sharing. He's just there's actually a ref in this tournament. He's been doing the XL Energy Center or Grand fucking Casino. Grand Slam Casino, whatever it's called. Grand Casino Arena in downtown St. Paul. And he was kind of the same. Like in the first game when the States took on the Germans, any sick pass, any sick play, any sick save, he's going right to the player and he's like talking to them. And I'm like, fucking rights, man. A ref who can appreciate the game, or he wasn't a ref, he was a linesman, but still appreciate the game. Looks right at him like he's going to buy him a beer. All right, back from the TV timeout. And Slovakia is playing for pride at this point. How many? Oh, damn. Trenko has 5 goals in the tournament so far? Holy. He's not even drafted yet. All right, where does he play? All right, Thomas Trenko. He's 18. He plays in the Slovakian men's league. 17 points in 27 games, 5 goals. And in all international play, 8 fucking points and 5 goals in this tournament. And prior to this tournament, when he played U20 earlier this year, he got 3 points, 1 goal in 4 games. So yeah, he's legit. Wait, Clemente was dating her too? If the Wild win, we're tied with the Stars. Finally. I didn't know Clemente was dating her too. I thought she dated Ortega and that was it. Oh, that hits the post. Slot shot by Canada. That hits the post. And here come the Slovaks with not a lot of speed, to be honest, but they do gain the Canada zone. Canucks vs. Kraken just started. Hell yeah. I need the Canucks. I need Ogren and Zeev to get a point, and then I need the Canucks to lose. We're all in on the tank. Nice. Attaboy, Tate. Honestly, though, no, not Attaboy Tate. Attaboy Cortez. Or Attagirl Cortez. Jeez. That's what I'm saying. Tate is a fucking catch, bro. I know everyone's... If that's true, everyone's going off about fucking, like, Pereira. Who gives a shit, man? Tate is the coolest fucking face of the UFC. And I'm not even being facetious. So, Attagirl. What do the chicks say? Slay. Attagirl Cortez, man. That's a lot of man right there. 718. It's a male nurse. Oh, some space for Canada. Instead of shooting, he tries to spring his defenseman. Canada trying to spread the wealth here points-wise in this third period. 7 minutes? Bro, why can't Joseph LeBate be called up? Fucking Arshdeep Baines is called up again. Insane. 6:44. And is that offside? That is indeed offside. That's a lot of meat. 6:43. Cutman Tate on the Casuals MMA podcast, not to be confused with Combat Casuals, was really good. I highly recommend. That podcast it's entertaining even without the guest, but whenever they have a guest, just listen to that episode. They're all so good. They're comedians and martial artists who host a podcast and bring on MMA fighters and Muay Thai fighters. I think Luke Rockhold was on the last one, but they brought on like Luke Lessie, Herb Dean, Cruz. Tate was the best episode, though. Oh, yeah. I've watched every podcast that he's been on like 3 or 4 times. And it's funny because like I've known of his existence since The Ultimate Fighter. Team GSP, baby. He talks about the Ultimate Fighter experience on that podcast too. The casuals. The MMA casuals. 5:44 remaining in this game, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Canada indeed took their foot off the gas, but tightened up their gaps, and offensively, just trying to spread the wealth. Oh, Parek's going to go for a high stick, and there's going to be blood. Yup, this is going to be a 4-minute power play, it's going to be a 4-minute power play for the friggin' Slovaks to end off the game as a little lazy poke check there by Parek. Stick goes up and cuts the lip, splits the lip of the Slovak player and draws blood. So that's going to be an extra 2 minutes. I think the Slovaks are at least going to score 1 here. I just feel it. Either the Slovaks score 1 or Canada scores shorthanded, and it's good night, Jim Kite. Off? I mean, that's a total fair call. I have no issue with that call. He's bleeding. He didn't even have to bite his tongue. He didn't even have to bite his tongue. One sec, chat. I'm watching the TSN broadcast, and I haven't seen this many Canadian commercials in a long time, and it just warms my heart. As long as we take away the first period, the last 10 minutes, the game is really good for 50 minutes. Yep. No, that's what I said. Like, the Slovaks have actually been really competitive in period number 2 and 3. Just they dug themselves a hole in at the end of the first period. Yeah, dude, his face is mangled, bro. Double minor. There's blood. And Parek's basically going to sit for the rest of the game. 5:25 remaining in the game. 4 minutes on the power play. And here come the Slovaks. And even if they score, doesn't kill off the whole thing. Slovakia at the blue line. Top of the circle. Right side shot that gets through, going on the digging in for a rebound here. So many bodies in front of the net, and Canada's goalie thought he was laying down on it, but he wasn't. The puck comes through, and a shot by the Slovaks, but Canada blocks it. 3 minutes and 25 remaining on the power play. A little scare there for Canada, but Canada is able to regain this and set it back down the length of the ice. They're going to get a change. And here comes Slovakia. Hope his lip gets well. The U.S. are out. Yes, Finland beat them in overtime. So it'll be Finland versus Sweden and then Canada versus the Czechs in the rematch as they played in the opening round. And they'll be playing on Sunday. Oh, and a pass, but that didn't go through by Slovakia. Back to the top of the circle. Shot. That doesn't get through. Canada now. They dump it back down the length of the ice. 4 minutes remaining in the period. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining on the power play for the Slovaks. Yeah, Sunday's going to be sick, man. 2 great games. 2 rivalry games because Canada's... The Czechs have been beating Canada in this tournament for the last basically 2-3 years. And Canada beat them in the preliminary round, but it was a very, very competitive and close game. Someone on the Panthers got hit with a puck on his neck. Oh, I hope he's okay. 3:25. And here comes the Slovaks. Drop pass. Slovakia gets over the line. Nice single effort. Who's at number 11 by Slovakia? Ends up taking a tumble, but still on the puck, battling for it in the corner. I mean, great single effort, but this puck goes back down the length of the ice. Canada's PK. Killed off a whole minor penalty. Now second minor penalty. Or second minor penalty, but the second part of the power play, double minor here for Slovakia, is in full swing. Let me see if I can find it.
Anytime you took a late penalty like this, you always felt bad for the penalty killers because they have to go out there and sacrifice. He takes that one up in the shoulder area, biceps. Not a lot of padding up there. And then once you heard the chorus, what happens? You hit again. Fuck that. You're right into the knee.
Alex Killorn. Ouch.
Well done. And I hang
Oh, man. Oh, this is not good. I mean, I don't hate the Rangers like I do the Maple Leafs, but like, I don't root for them by any means. All right, yeah. So Killorn got hit in the neck with a puck. There's a lot of blood, guys. There's a lot of blood. He didn't block a shot. It was a puck that was descending. Bruins and the Caps are the only teams you like? Nice. I like born in British Columbia. I'm a Canucks fan till I die, but I've been following the Capitals and the Minnesota Wild for many, many years as well. Shesterkin's your favorite goalie? No, I only hate the Toronto Maple Leafs. I only hate for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I root for the Canucks. Every other team is kind of like, there's some teams I like more than others, but I don't really care at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm a Canucks fan, and I'm a Leafs hater. Other than that, you know, I don't blindly just root for Canadian teams because they're Canadian, though. Like, that's like asking a Vikings fan to root for fucking Wisconsin if the Vikings are out of the playoffs. It ain't going to happen. They're both American teams, though, guys. They're both American teams. Like, just stop it. Stop it. Canucks are jams. They're absolutely shit this year, but you know what? If we can get McKenna, I'm all right with the tank. As long as Zeev and Ogren get a couple points a night, we're good. We're good. Or at least just half a point per game. We're good. We're good. Hell yeah, dude. I live in Minnesota. I haven't lived in Canada for a long time. So it is cool that Quinn Hughes, out of all the teams he was traded to, is now traded to Minnesota. Yeah, the Wilder is living it. All right, 1:25 remaining in this game. Slovakia off the power play. Canada is able to kill the entire 4 minutes. I mean, by probability, yes. In my lifetime, I don't know. But again, like for me, it has nothing to do with Canada. I hate when people say that. Canada has nothing to do with the Stanley Cup. There's teams in Canada like there's teams in the United States. Those teams are not Canadian comprised teams or American comprised teams. They are international comprised teams. So that, like, yeah, it's like I've been rooting for Florida the last few years. I don't care if they're rooting or if they play a Canadian team or not. Like I liked Florida more than Edmonton. I don't care if Edmonton was the Canadian team. Florida's team was more fun to watch, and I don't know. I liked Florida's team more. I hate the Leafs, the Hawks, and the Avalanche. As a Canucks fan, I used to hate the Blackhawks. Oh, backhand opportunity for Canada, but nice save by the Slovaks. Who do you predict will make the Cup final and conference finals, bro? Cup final, probably. You know, is it a hot take to say that the Avs actually won't make it to the Cup final? Whenever we see a team do this, whenever we see a team absolutely dominate the regular season, to the point where it's like they are the best team. And oh, what a glove save, man. What a glove save. Usually they don't win the Stanley Cup. So maybe they make the Cup final, but I don't think they win the Stanley Cup. The Avs are nasty. So that's what I'm saying, though. Whenever, like, remember Washington, those President's Trophy years, and then boom, out in the first round or second round of the Penguins or Rangers every time? Or, you know, Canucks, back-to-back President's Trophies, lose Stanley Cup to Boston, lose in the first round to the Kings, who eventually went and won it, but still. So, like, I don't know. Maybe that's just, like, I've been around too long and I've seen some weird voodoo shit, but I don't think the Avs win the Stanley Cup. I do think the Wild get out of the first round this year. But holy fuck is the Central just... It is mad. It is mad. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to do it. Canada stamps their ticket to the semifinals. They will play the Czechs on Sunday. Let's go. Kings will lose again to the Oilers in round 1. Yeah, the Oilers will make it again. The Oilers will make it again. Hope the Wings make the playoffs. Does Buffalo continue? Not to necessarily like this streak, but like, do they continue their run of dominance and sneak into the playoffs? GG. You know what? Period number 2 and 3 were competitive for Slovakia. They were able to get one on the board. That goalie who came in relief played great. But that first period, man, they dug themselves too big of a hole. And Canada was able to capitalize. All right, so let's take a look at the schedule here tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, Sunday. Tomorrow, no games. Sunday, semifinals. And then I believe it's just Monday, right? Well, I guess let me check it out. Is there a break between the semis and the finals? All right. Oh yeah, so it is the next day. So so Sweden, Finland will play the first game. Canada and Czechs will play the second game. Bum 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 bum. And then on Monday we'll have the bronze medal game, followed by the gold medal game. Oh, I love that War Road friggin' hoodie. So sick. I don't think yet, but if he continues this type of career, he will. No problem, dude. I'll be here. I will be here probably. If I don't get semifinal tickets, then I'll 100% be here for the semis as well. I'll at least be here for like the first 2 periods, and then if I do get semifinal tickets to this game, I'll probably have to leave at the end of the second intermission, but we'll figure it out, bud. We'll figure it out. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Misa got player of the game. Hey, thank you, Nathan. You're the man, dude. We post videos every single day. We stream podcasts / live hockey talk shows twice a week. And we do 1 NHL game a week if there's not World Juniors or, you know, Olympics. Hey, okay. Every Slovak player gets a watch for participating in the tournament. In Slovakia, the 3 best games, or the 3 best players of the tournament are being awarded right now. Berlushko, one of the goalies, and that draft pick. If this wasn't the World Juniors, I'd say hello. All right, that's going to do it. Of course, NHL Network, they ain't going to show the freaking Canada national anthem. But anyways, guys, that does it for the quarterfinals here today. Again, reminder, Canada defeating Slovakia 7-1. The United States getting knocked out of the tournament on home soil as Finland beats them 4-3 in overtime. Fun tournament for the Swiss and Latvian teams, man, as the Czech does beat them 6-2 in a competitive game. Sweden beating Latvia 6-3 and getting kicked out back down to Division 2. Denmark relegated as Germany beat them 8-4. Norway will be joining the tournament next year as they won the play-in tournament. So there you go. There you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Peace. I am out of here. Let's go, Canada.